In this Monster Hunter Wilds guide, we're going to be taking a look at the Longsword, which is one of the 14 weapons of the game. There have been some changes to the Longsword in Monster Hunter Wilds. We're going to get into what those are. So whether you're a new player to Monster Hunter Wilds and this is your first one, or you're a returning player and you kind of want to see what's different about the Longsword, watch on for some helpful information. The Longsword is a very stylish katana-looking weapon in Monster Hunter Wilds that will invoke your inner samurai and is one of the weapons that are easily accessible to both newcomers and appealing also to veterans alike. It's an excellent overall weapon with relatively good mobility and excellent reach, and the Longsword also has the added benefit of having a moveset that isn't too difficult to learn. The Longsword's full potential can be unleashed by filling its spirit gauge and leveling it up, which comes in 3 levels: white, yellow, and red. Reaching the red state allows hunters to access more powerful moves. In Monster Hunter Wilds, the Longsword has received incredible additions with various combo extenders and a powerful new finisher, which feels amazing. So to begin, we'll take a look at combos first. The Longsword has 2 basic combos in its normal state and 2 basic combos when in the red spirit gauge mode. The first combo is the slash combo. This combo will raise the spirit gauge level and is the main tool for filling your spirit gauge. This is accomplished by pressing Y, or triangle, 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 depending on what platform you're playing on. After filling your spirit gauge, this second combo is used to level up the spirit gauge level to the red gauge status. Hitting the last part of this combo, the spirit round slash, will level up your spirit gauge to red. This combo is performed by pressing right trigger, right trigger, right trigger, right trigger, or R2, 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 or 2, depending on what platform you're on. After leveling up your spirit gauge to the red state, hunters will gain access to the Crimson Slash combos. The first combo is the basic Crimson Slash combo, which performs a series of consecutive empowered quick slashes. This combo is Y, or triangle, 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 depending on which platform you're on. And the second one is the stationary combo. This is performed by pressing YBY, or triangle, circle, triangle. The advantage of these combos is that they're endlessly repeatable, so as you're in a chaotic hunt, you can keep maneuvering and striking with the Crimson combos, and wait for the opportune moment to unleash your powerful spirit finisher attacks. In addition to the combos, you can perform a Fade Slash anywhere in the combo chain to evade an attack either backward, or perform a lateral Fade Slash in the direction you want using the directional keys. Fade Slash is performed by pressing Y and B simultaneously on Xbox, or triangle and circle on PlayStation. After using the Fade Slash, you can immediately transition into a Spirit Step Slash, which is the equivalent to the second Spirit Slash in a chain, and then follow up with a third slash into a Spirit Round Slash, as long as you have the Spirit Gauge meter for the attack. Note that even though veterans of the series are already familiar with this, the Spirit Gauge meter and level can confuse newcomers. The Spirit Gauge meter, which fills up in the sword symbol, is used to perform the spirit attacks, while the spirit gauge level, which is denoted by the color outline on the sword, determines the power of your attacks. In Monster Hunter Wilds, the core mechanic of the red gauge has been changed. You'll no longer consume the gauge with your moves, but the gauge is now on a timer, which can be topped up by some of the special moves that can be performed while using the Longsword. As series veterans know, leveling up the spirit gauge of the Longsword is essential, as this allows you to unleash devastating combos and finishers. These special attacks are the core of Master Longsword hunters, and they provide excellent options to increase your spirit gauge and access to powerful finishers. The first special attack is the Foresight Slash, which is right trigger plus B on Xbox, or R2 plus circle on PlayStation. The Foresight Slash can be used mid-combo and excels at dodging attacks because it provides the hunter with a window of invulnerability. Even though the Foresight Slash costs a spirit gauge meter, if you land the attack after evading the monster's attack, it is an excellent counter-attacking option to sustain your damage levels at higher spirit gauge levels. Another special move is the Special Sheath, which is performed by pressing right trigger and A at the same time on Xbox, or R2 and X at the same time on PlayStation. The Special Sheath allows the hunters to perform the EI Slash attack, which is Y on Xbox or triangle on PlayStation, and the EI Spirit Slash attack, which is right trigger on Xbox or R2 on PlayStation. Landing the EI Slash will fill your spirit gauge by a certain amount. The EI Spirit Slash is an attack that can lead to the most powerful combo extender available to the Longsword Hunter, as it can be followed up by a Spirit Thrust. The EI Spirit Slash is also special in that it can increase your spirit level if you land it while the monster is attacking you, so if you can get the timing right, it is a very powerful tool to level up your spirit gauge quickly. The next special move is the Spirit Thrust, which is right trigger plus Y on Xbox or R2 plus triangle on PlayStation. The Spirit Thrust propels the hunter forward with a thrust attack, and then when you land the attack with any spirit level, it will allow you to chain into the powerful finisher, the Spirit Helm, by pressing either right trigger on Xbox or R2 on PlayStation, which is a powerful jumping attack that ends with multiple hits to the monster. Landing this attack causes your spirit level to go down by 1 level. When you perform Spirit Thrust into Spirit Helm Breaker at the red spirit level, you'll follow up with the Spirit Release Slash, which is right trigger on Xbox or R2 on PlayStation, which is a very strong spinning move combo finisher and a new addition in Monster Hunter Wilds. The Spirit Release Slash also provides hunters with an uninterruptible hyper armor, so if you can execute this move, you will not be knocked out of it during the attack. Landing the Spirit Release Slash refills the spirit gauge, but missing it will cost you since the attack drains an additional spirit level. Using the Spirit Release Slash will consume 2 spirit levels in contrast to the 1 level from using the Helmbreaker only. In addition to the Spirit Release Slash, reaching the red spirit level changes your Foresight Slash into a Foresight Whirl Slash, which is right trigger plus V on Xbox or R2 plus circle on PlayStation, and is a more powerful form where the hunter will perform a spinning jump, providing a longer hyper armor invulnerability window. Connecting this attack will also refill your spirit gauge slightly, extending the time of your red spirit level. Another addition for the red spirit level is the combo extenders for your Spirit Blade combos. In the red state, the 3rd Spirit Slash can be followed by a spinning Crimson Slap, which is performed by right trigger on Xbox or R2 on PlayStation. The direction of movement during the attack can be controlled, and landing this attack also refills your spirit gauge slightly. This addition is also a powerful move because the spinning Crimson Slash can directly lead into Spirit Sheath and EI Slashes or Spirit Thrust. Another amazing addition to the Longsword is the Spirit Charge. At any point during your combos, you can hold your Spirit Blade, much like charging up the Greatsword or Hammer, to increase your Spirit Blade attacks by pressing and holding right trigger on Xbox or holding R2 on PlayStation. The special mechanic about this charge is that you can interrupt the charging at various levels and continue your Spirit Blade from corresponding levels to lead into the Spirit Round Slash. This Spirit Charge ability provides more versatility to the already flexible Longsword moveset, making the weapon feel more amazing to play in the series. For the Longsword, the Sacred offers a mounted attack option and a dismount attack option that will propel you off the Secret in the direction of your choice and can be followed with a jumping attack. There is also a dismount Spirit Blade, which directly leads into your Spirit Blade 3 and the Spirit Round Slash to quickly increase your spirit level. With the addition of the Focus mode in Monster Hunter Wilds, the Longsword has the Focus Strike Unbound Thrust attack, which bursts wounds on monsters and deals huge amounts of damage, and landing a Focus Strike levels up your spirit level. You can perform this by pressing right trigger while in Focus mode on Xbox or R2 while in Focus mode on PlayStation. Final tips for the Longsword. The Longsword is a highly versatile weapon with easy-to-learn combos and various combo options for expert hunters. The Longsword is also an excellent weapon for severing parts such as tails and creating wounds on certain parts of monsters, depending on what you are hunting. As a Longsword user, positioning yourself near the tail of the monster will help with severing and provide your hunts with more drops. For players using the Longsword as the main weapon, there are a variety of great weapons that you can rely on for solid secondary weapons to cover the weapon's key weaknesses. Either of the 3 ranged weapons, the bow, the light bowgun, or the heavy bowgun, can be excellent secondary weapons to help you keep up your damage on the monster when it is highly mobile or just out of range from your attacks, and will help you apply stats effects such as poison or exhaust from range. Or if you're hunting a heavily armored monster, using the hammer to break certain armor parts with its blunt damage before using your Longsword for the severe and slash damage is an effective way to get through tough armor parts resistant to slash damage. And lastly, the Hunting Horn is also a solid secondary weapon, as you can buff yourself and your teammates before switching back to the Longsword to deal increased damage. So that wraps up our Longsword guide for Monster Hunter Wilds. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you guys have other tips, things maybe I forgot to mention here, or if you have questions about the Longsword, please leave them in the comments. What weapons are you guys going to be using at launch? Let me know in the comments below.